So, you guys are wondering, where is number 9? Well, if you weren't here for yesterday, it is on my Patreon. Don't worry, my Patreon is free to go to, and there should be a link down below. Warning, it is spicy. So be careful, at your own risk. Anyways, let's get on to chapter 10. For a little while, it was silent between us. The birds chirped out in the sun where he and I were forbidden to go. Although no light peeked through the wood of the old cabin, the sun glowed slightly and warmed the inside air, reminding me of how beautiful it felt to be touched by sunlight. But of course, Doma decided to eventually break the silence that I was very much enjoying. So, how is your blood demon art coming along? I presume nicely, since you are so much stronger than the first time I met you, he said, cheerfully. He always said too much, yet he was so charismatic that no one could help but be drawn into his empty words. I guess it's good, I said shortly, not really wanting to explain my power since I knew he just wouldn't understand. Show me, he begged. I can't right now. I need something that's about to die, I clarified. He lifted an eyebrow in confusion, and I came to terms with the fact that I would simply have to explain. So, I taught myself how to sense intimate death in humans through smell. I began. His attention fully focused on me. I asked to enter the house where I know someone is dying and explain that I can give that dying person 30 minutes to live, free from pain and suffering. They can see, hear, walk, and remember, and they can spend that with their loved ones around them. His eyes were concentrated on me, but his look had changed. He looked as if he couldn't comprehend the words coming out of my mouth. I was hesitant to keep explaining, but I continued anyways. I then take a vial of blood for myself and sing a lullaby that completes the spell and stops their heart. That's what I do. He seemed expressionless for a moment, as if he was trying to find an answer that he didn't have. He snapped back to his usual soft-eyed grin and giggled a little. Why must you show so much compassion to these weak humans? He asked in a slight condescending tone which began to make my blood boil. Why didn't he know what I wanted? Why did I even tell him? I thought to myself, trying to control the animalistic rage that was forming inside me. He didn't know who I was when I was human. I was a nurse. I helped people, and now, because of this awful fate, I have to kill them. I took a deep breath, trying to calm down. I didn't care that he was upper moon too. I didn't care that he was hot, or that he was prodding at the part of me that I cared about deeply, my humanity. Because I was once human myself, to be honest. I would have preferred dying than turning into this monster. But regardless, I'm not going to torment humans. I don't hate them because I was once one. I responded calmly as I could. Again, he was at a loss for words. I could hear the blood rushing to my head and my heart pounding in my chest, and I hoped he could too. Show what I was feeling and stop this useless conversation. But he kept poking. Don't say that. Maybe you should drink more of my blood. It might help you forget this human side that overcomes your judgment as a I lost it. It was like I was gasoline, and he flickered the match that sparked my engine, setting me on flame. My body once again felt like it was changing, but I couldn't feel anything but rage. Huh? Your hair is a bright red, Yin. It's so pretty. I cut him off, trying to keep myself from screaming. You think this is funny. You think my humanity is something I want to get rid of? I yelled at him, my skin getting hotter with each word I spoke. His facial expression had changed into a mortified one, and he slightly backed away from me, realizing the fury he had triggered within me. I won't murder humans. You don't realize the chain of events you produce when you murder people senseless? You took away mothers, fathers, children from people that love them, destroying the lives of people you don't even eat. People who still have to live even though their lives have been changed forever. My nails began to dig into the wood of the cabin floor below me, crackling to the process. But I didn't care. I wasn't done explaining myself. You can keep doing whatever the fuck you want to grow strong. I don't care. But don't ask me what I do when ridicule me when you simply don't understand. Yet I'm sorry. Won't you please calm down? He begged, and even though I was blind from anger, he was giving off a fearful scent. The expression peaked from hearing his voice again, but my voice had calmed. You know what, Doma? I truly feel bad for you. You can't feel anything you can. You can't feel the anguish you cause people. You can't feel the fear pounding through everyone's blood right before you kill them, huh? You poor soul. As I spoke, my vision had blurred completely. At first, I thought it was from my anger, but it had gotten to where I could only see Doma's silhouette. Suddenly, a vision of my family had flashed into my view. I could see them clearly. My mother, nursing my little brother. He had gone slightly bigger. My father at his desks, and my twin sisters were playing together on the floor with dolls. It wasn't a memory. It was something I never had seen before. It seemed current, yet it was visible as if I was standing there, in the room with them. It was as if my furious anger had given me the ability to see them. What was this? The vision began to disappear, and I could see Douma and the rest of the cabin yet again. It was still extremely hot, but my emotions had calmed down, and I was confused. Doma's eyes narrowed upon me, as if earlier I had somehow hurt his feelings that I knew didn't exist. Once again, he was acting, or so I thought. He took out his ornament golden fan and opened it. He slowly flipped it as he aired towards me, sending a chilling breeze that snuffed my skin. I began to calm down. I no longer felt the blood in my veins boiling. I had said what needed to be said, and I realized that I may have the ability to see beyond what's in front of me. I understand, he said in a happy voice, which I could tell was hiding some sort of other feeling behind his voice. I am sorry for making fun of what you have chosen to do with your human abilities. It is yours after all. Oh, and look at that. Your hair is back to normal. I don't know if you noticed, but when you were yelling at me, it was bright red. I hadn't noticed. I was now tired. The rage that consumed my body also consumed a lot of energy. I was also sad. I let myself begin to grow feelings for a demon before me. Somehow, that would never make those feelings go away. That's why I was so upset. I was mad at him for playing with me. I was mad at myself for thinking I'd be strong enough to resist the blood growing in my heart with him. I hoped I could change him, but I knew that was a stupid thing to do. I desperately missed my family, and I knew I was filled with emptiness in my heart with Doma's empty words. Have you ever been in love? I asked him. The question slipped out of my mouth before I could stop it. No. What about you? I thought for a moment, not looking into Doma's eyes. I really hadn't ever been in love before. I loved my family with all my heart, but it wasn't the love I was asking about. I was more and more like him, but I couldn't comprehend how. I was just like a monster that laid before me. No. What, really? He seemed genuinely surprised. I was expecting you to say yes. I didn't respond. I didn't know what to feel, or how to feel, about what had just happened. I just wanted night to fall so that he could leave me alone with my thoughts. You know, I am very curious to see your blood demon art. Next time you go, I'll come with you. My eyes finally met his smile at me. This must be his way of showing approval for my power. Okay, but I better not witness you eating anyone. Not while I'm around, I demanded. Sure, anything for you, Yen. We'll leave at nightfall, because I feel weak, I told him. He winked with an agreement, continuing to make my heart flutter. Even though I had just gone off on him, I couldn't help but not stay mad. He aided me when I was weak as ever. He touched me in a way I wanted to be touched, and he seemed to care about me more than anyone else I had ever met. But now, I wished I had found another hiding spot in the night I turned, so that he wouldn't have found me. How I wish I could go out into the sun, so that I could run away from him. And these conflicted feelings. I knew eventually I'd fall in love with him, and it would hurt me more than turning into a demon did.